101.3 Grace Covenant FM. Lingaw kaayo.
Zoe Joey on Grace Covenant FM.
Miss Lynn Mercedes.
Mr. July Aguilar.
Sexy Aya on Grace Covenant FM.
The alternative learning system of DepEd Lanao del Norte is proud to present the learning sessions for the least, the lost, and the last in the province. The program is a viable alternative to the existing formal educational instruction, encompassing both the non-formal and informal sources of knowledge and skills. Dali na mo! Kay sa ALS, kaugmaon mo, sigurado!
Mabuhay! Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Maayong buntag and good morning Lanao del Norte. You are now listening to Grace Covenant FM with DepEd program ALS Radio sa KAALAM, Radio Broadcast. Kami ang inyong sulugoon sa kahanginan, Denmark Biagom o kauban nato karon ang ALS Implementors sa Bacolod District. Madungog ninyo ang ALS Radio sa KAALAM, Radio Broadcast matag Martes sa takna nga alas 11 hangtod alas 12 sa buntag. Diin inyong madungog ang mga lessons and discussions sa atong klase sa Alternative Learning System sa ANA Junior High School level.
Yes, dili pa kita mo padayon sa mga lessons sa Alternative Learning System. Atong pagtimbaya sa atong mga minahal ng mga tigpaminaw, a very pleasant day ka natong tanan, especially sa atong mga ALS learners sa matag barangay dinhi sa atong lungsod sa Bacolod ug sa tanan nga maabot aning atong radio station. Magandang buhay, good morning, and good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning sa tanan no, og sa tanan natong mga tigpaminaw dinha. Kumusta man ang tanan? So hinaot nga aduna ana kita sa maayong kahimtang ug sa pandemya nga atong gisagubang. So karon manghinaot kita nga magbinantayon ang usag-usa no, magamping gyud kita. So ato gini siyang batunan ang proper hand washing, good hygiene, and of course ayaw kalimot sa pagsuot sa face mask, especially kung adto na gyud kita sa daghang katawhan no, di ba Ma'am Cha?
Yes, ma'am. Dapat ni kita mismo sa atong kagalingon, kita magbinantayon. But before anything else, atong pagtimbaya sa atong district in charge, Ma'am Josephine V. Vizcaya, ug sa atong Division ALS Focal Person, Sir Angelito D. Barasona, our Education Program Specialist, Ma'am Christine G. Timo and Ma'am Ivy Madronero, and also our warm greetings to our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Adalberto L. Oplinaria, with our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Rosemary Masisar, CID Chief Maria Eva S. Idon, and to our SGUD Chief Maria Carmela T. Ablin, and to our ever-enthusiastic Regional ALS Focal Person, no other than Dr. Ray Butch Mahinay. A blessed day to all of us. Ug kauban gihapon ka nato karon ang ato mga ALS implementers sa Bacolod, sina Teacher
Leomor Alinia,
Marnie R. Sorizo,
Shikis A. Bagnoran,
Denmark Biagom,
O karon ato nang pagasugdan ang atong learning session sa ALS. Sa karon maghisgot na kita sa atong mga learning activity sheets. Akong giawhag atong mga ALS learners sa pag-andam sa ilahang learning activity sheets sa Learning Strand 1 English Communication Skills Junior High School. Palihog na lang po og andam sa inyong mga papel ug ballpen kung diin inyong masulat ang inyong mga notes ug tubag sa mga pangutana ug mamahimo nga adto kita sa lugar nga dili dali matugaw. Andam na ba mo? Now, let's listen to the discussion. Ma'am Sheikh?
Yes, good morning ALS learners. Are you all ready to learn new topics for today? So again, this is Teacher Shikis and today we are going to have another discussion. And please do not forget to prepare your paper, pen or pencil, as well as your learning activity sheet in Learning Strand 1 English Communication Skills, last number 21. So today we are going to know how to determine propaganda that is explicitly used by media to influence viewers. So in your learning activity sheet, let us read together the concept notes stated below. Now let us talk about propaganda devices. So what is propaganda devices? Propaganda devices is a technique of influencing human action by manipulation of repetition through spoken, written, pictorial, or musical form. So today we are going to talk about the 7 propaganda devices with examples. First is name calling. Name calling is also known as stereotyping or labeling or pagbuhat-buhat or pagmugna og ngalan. This could also be a direct attack to opponent. This is likely to annoy the audience. So this could also be labeling or kanang nickname. So either positive or negative. So it is actually a range of insults, normally of a very low standard of abuse. So example in your last is, my rival is a reversal woman who changes thoughts with the breeze. So mabilis bago ang kanyang isip. So another is, you are being so childish. So kaningnon ka og bataot. So that is also a name calling na siya nga example. Another propaganda device is glittering generalities. So glittering generalities, these are vague. So when we say vague, it is not clearly expressed. It shows that the effect or the result when deferring to others is always approbatory or expressing approval or commendation. This could be a good slogan, good for a particular action. That the slogan is so attractive that even the audience does not challenge or care for its true meaning. Example is, things go better with Coke. Another example, in McDonald's it is said, love ko to. In the Clorox product or bleaching product, it is said, tough on stains. In the food chain KFC, it is said, finger licking good. Diba? Mo na siya ilahang mga glittering generalities. Example. So, number 3 is transfer propaganda. Transfer propaganda is somewhat you are convinced to agree. So, this is highly visual. This could be a party or someone, such as symbol or logo, which is also considered divine to raise obedience. So, example is, aloe vera gel can make your skin healthy. So, usually, aloe vera is used dili lang sa buhok, karon ginagamit na po siya pati sa skincare routine. O, diba? Gina-ref naman gani ng uban. Another example is a flag, that through that, you could identify what country it is. So, example also for transfer is a logo. which helps us to identify what group or organization it is. Now let's move on to another propaganda technique, the testimonials. So from the word testimony, testimonial is using the words of a famous person to convince you. Example, in the product Sunsilk shampoo, di ba gi-endorse ni Catherine Bernardo. So many of her supporters wants to use it because love man nila si Catherine Bernardo. Another example of product is Gatorade. Gatorade products were used by many athlete enthusiasts because many international athletes drinks it. Diba? Mukaan sa kanang tungod kay giinom sa imuhang kanang gi-idolize or imuhang gi-look up to, ikaw mo gamit pud ka ana. Ano ni puti siya sa silka, so mag-silka na lang pud. Diba? Mga Kojic mga ana. So another is plain folks. So plain folks is the one who talks about, has the same understanding and sentiments as to what other people engaging to. This is a statement or action that is seemingly makes the speaker closer to certain people. So example, the girl who drinks Nescafe coffee can drink some other brands of coffee too. Another statement is, this is the will of the people. Just like you, mo na sumpayan dahil nila og statement, just like you, I've been there. Just like you, I grew up in a poor situation. So ipa-feel niya nga kanang nakasinati po siya sa imuhang nabati. Okay. Next is card stacking. So card stacking, it is only uses indication and proofs that help to support their statement. A card, it is a fact or a fact like that shows either visual or verbal. It is the way manipulated information so that one product looks better than the other. One product looks better than the other. This could be a data or result of action. So example is, Safeguard soap can make your skin smooth, or some food products that states 40% less calorie or 30% less fat. So that is an example of card stacking. The last is bandwagon. Bandwagon is manipulating everyone on how a person is using the similar term. An invitation to join with many people. Since everyone else is doing it, you should do it too. So, manila ang propaganda device. So, example is, buy your car at Toyota where you can experience the fastest vehicle that Toyota has ever made. Ang palit daw mo og Toyota kay daghan ang nagpalit og Toyota nga sakyanan. Di ba? Another is, Maybelline is America's top-selling mascara. Ilang state nga. Kung mostly, most of the people is using this product. So, ikaw pod nga, pan ka sa trend, that is an example of bandwagon. So, those are some of the propaganda devices widely used to either persuade, influence, and manipulate people's choice. So, since some propaganda might have truth, it is in our verdict or judgment to carefully analyze and determine the propaganda being used around us. So, again, those are the name calling, glittering generalities, transfer, testimonials, plain folks, card stacking, and bandwagon. So, those are the commonly used propaganda devices. So now let us proceed to the exercises found below your learning activity sheet. So the direction is, identify the names of propaganda devices and write your answer on the space provided before the number. So are you ready? Number 1. An actress promotes the lip tint she is using. An actress promotes the lip tint she is using. Number 2. Buy your motorcycle at Yamaha, where everybody gets the greatest deal around. Buy your motorcycle at Yamaha, where everybody gets the greatest deal around. Number 3. Greenwich provides you with 50% more meat and cheese. Greenwich provides you with 50% more meat and cheese. Number 4. A lady promotes different food. Number 4. A lady promotes different food. Number 5. Ann Curtis encourages everyone to choose fit and right drink. Ann Curtis encourages everyone to choose fit and right drink. Number 6. Jollibee's Crispy Chicken Joy is the best. Jollibee's Crispy Chicken Joy is the best. Number 7. Starbucks Coffee, the best coffee for you. Starbucks Coffee, the best coffee for you. 8. He loves to drink a cup of tea every morning because it gives him satisfaction. Number 8. He loves to drink a cup of tea every morning because it gives him satisfaction. Number 9. The young ladies kept calling each other stupid. The young ladies kept calling each other stupid. Number 10, the last but not the least, a famous Philippine actor supports a skincare product that he wants everyone to use it as well. Number 10, a famous Philippine actor supports a skincare product that he wants everyone to use it as well. So now that we are done with our learning activity sheet and last number 21, ato pahimang no sa atong mga learners no nga do not forget or ayaw kalimti ang pagpasa sa inyong mga outputs sa nasabutan nga adlaw sa pagpasa. Ug karon adto nakitay dugang mahibaluan nga ihatag ni Sir Denmark Agong. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Ma'am Sheikh. Good morning to our ALS learners. So this is your school on the air in ALS 1 English Communication Skills for ANA Junior High School level. So I am grateful to be with you today, and I am your ALS teacher, Sir Denmark Biagom from Bacolod District serving you. It's a good day to learn new things. So marami naman ta makatunan ning adlaw, and I'm thankful that you are still willing to learn. Make sure that you are in comfortable nga mga lugar or na paglingkod ug layo sa mga saba nga dapit, no? Para mas masabtan nato ang atong mga topic ni kabuntagon. At this point, get your activity sheet for Learning Strand 1, last number 25. Again, get your activity sheet for Learning Strand 1, last number 25. So before we start, we make sure that you have your pen, paper, or notebook na naa sa inyong mga tapad or hawid ninyo karon. And now please hold your learning activity sheet and let's have a quick walkthrough. Make sure that the title of the last na inyong hawak karon is Getting of Point and Local, National, and Global Issues. Now let's start with our lesson. Go to the concept notes and start learning. So kung nasabayan ko ninyo, so mas maayo, no? Mas nindot kay ato gyud masabutan ang mga leksyon ning kabuntagon. So what is viewpoint? Viewpoint is your perspective and evaluation of a certain topic. So daw, ang atong viewpoint mao na atong pananaw and mga pagsusuri sa bawat mga topic nga nanghitabo labi na karong kapanahunan. Generating your viewpoint to form new ideas and information from a specific issue called critical feedback. So natay mga critical feedback sa mga panghitabo sa atong mga palibot or sa atong panahon karon. And it should be supported by the facts. So dapat makita po nato nga ang atong gipaminawan is fact ba na siya, tinuod ba gid kana siya, no? So kabalo ko na ready na mo sa atong mga buhaton or leksyon ning kabuntagon. So naay mga buhaton ninyo kabuntagon, akong pagabasahon ang mga guide. Kung they read the selection and write a paragraph feedback about the given issue. So your feedback ang kinahanglan diri ha. You may focus on the economic, social and moral aspect. So andam na ba mo? So ato ning siyang tunan karon about sa ato ang economic and social moral aspect. So karon kay tungod na atan ini, so unsay mas number 1 karon nga issue? Kining coronavirus 19 or gitawag siya as known as COVID-19. Yung diri is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome. Unsa daw ang COVID-19? Is an infectious disease caused by acute respiratory syndrome. It does not only affect our country but also globally. So niapekto gyud siya sa tibuok kalibutan, di ba? It affects different people in different ways and transmitted when virus spread primarily through droplets or saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person cough or sneezes. So kung mag-atching ta, mag-ubot ta, usa daw ni siya nga way nga makahawat niini nga sakit kining COVID-19. In our country, we already have, no, sa akong research gahapon sa COVID-19 cases sa tibuok Pilipinas as of February 21, 2022, new cases nato is 1,323. So 7-day averages is 1,941. So total cases in the Philippines ning gahapon is naata sa 3.65 million. So muna kadagan ang cases gahapon, additional pa diay ning 1,323 nga nahitabo gahapon. So ang namatay sa ato ang gitawag nga COVID-19 deaths na sa Pilipinas nikabat na og 55,763 plus 79 gahapon. So mao na siya ang nahitabo nga cases sa Pilipinas. Now, sa COVID-19 naman sa cases worldwide, no? Gahapon ni siya. So naay 1.26 million nga nahitabo gahapon. So ang total sa tibuok kalibutan 425 million muna kadaghan plus 126 million nga nahitabo gahapon. Ang death nga namatay gahapon is 5,322 nga na-record. Then sa tibuok kalibutan ang namatay 5.89 million. So muna kadaghan na gyud ang namatay tungod sa COVID-19. February 20, 2022 sa tibuok kalibutan ni siya nga nakita, no? So COVID-19 is dili gyud siya basta-basta. So muna na siya kadaghan ang nangamatay. This pandemic affects not only the health but also economic aspect. Since government issued lockdown, majority of the citizens are jobless because almost establishments, factories, malls, and other businesses are temporary closed. So nangasirado, di ba? Nag-agi matag-lockdown, dili naman sa Pilipinas, kundi tibok kalibutan. And because of this, no, the government is the one responsible for feeding each household. Nagkaroon ta ang government og mga feeding in household, making the economic state of the government drop off. So niubos gyud ang ekonomiya sa matag bansa. Socially, COVID-19 strengthens the camaraderie and unity of the public. Despite the threat our health, some individuals initiate and extend their helping hands to the one in need. So tinabangay ang matag-usa, no, sa panahon ni ining COVID-19, lifting them up and giving them hope to be resilient. So nindot kaayo kung kitay nagtinabangan, no, tinabangay sa matag-usa sulod ni ini nga naata sa pandemic. Also, other countries are extending their hands to help the other countries that are in great dilemma caused by the pandemic. So, in terms of moral aspects, COVID-19 manages to bring different sides and shaking the beliefs of the individuals. So, naay mga beliefs ang individual nga nahitabo ni ining pandemic. Naay mga tinuuhay o banggani nga di na gud sila magpa-vaccine kay tungod kung sano'y mahitabo kung sila yung mabaksinan. Pero naapoy nagingon nga mas naluwas sila tungod sa vaccine. No, mas nindot ang nahimong positive.
Point of view.
No, mas nindot ta nga makita nato kung usa gyud mas naka-prevent tungod sa mga vaccine ni ining pandemic. The action of the authority has upset the public. Nagkaroon og mga protests and rants sa matag dili lamang diri sa Pilipinas apan tibuok kalibutan. Curses and blames are being thrown at the government. So, ilan ang giblames ang atong mga panggobyernong gamhan na mga namumuno. Several personal are blinded by the truth and end up being eaten by the anger. So nasuko, daghang mga nasuko, no? Kinsa di masuko tungod pod sa kalisod sa matag adlaw ng pagkinabuhi. Tungod ang uban nawad ang mga trabaho, di ba? So daghang nakasuko, so ang tanan sisi sa gobyerno. There are people who also take the disease for granted. Daw mga tawo nga gigamit ning sakit, no? For granted. They are using the said virus, no? For their personal gain and interest. On the other side, there were many personalities and gave sunshine to others. Marami gihapon mga tawo nagpakita gihapon maayo diining panahon sa COVID-19. Their stand and belief are strengthened. Their principle on life are braced by the experiences, the pain and the loss in the will for survival. So nakita nato niinita sa COVID-19, no? Kinahanglan magtinabangay ta. Dili ta mag-blame sa uban, kundi kita lamang ang makasugpo niini nga sakit, no? For the rubric sa inyong paghimuon nga exercises, yung diri content is naamoy 5 points, organization of thoughts naamoy 3 points, sa clearness 2 points at the total of 10 points. So kung pwede na magsugod diha, mas nindot kay mugama ra man mo usa ka paragraph, no? Good job. You're done with your exercises. You'll get to know your score in next episode. So don't miss more learning activities. Mayroon bang mga musunod karon sa atong bang mga teacher, no? Paminawan ninyo. Alright, my congratulations for a job well done today. Again, this has been Sir Mark Agom, your radio teaching, leaving you the words all is well when you study well. Stay tuned. Go, Mama Moore.
Okay, thank you, sir. So our next topic for this morning is all about identifying genre of materials view. So when we say materials view, these are the movie clips, trailer, news flash, internet-based program, documentary, video. So movie clip siya, no? Then trailer or kanang mga news, internet-based. So pareha nang sa Facebook. So mga makita nato sa Facebook, documentary and video. So what is genre? A genre is a French word of or type or kind. So it is also a term used in many different forms of entertainment, including movies, movie clips, trailer, music, literature, and television. Here may be a list of various genres in the film with sample of each genre. So, by the way, genre must be spelled genre. So kung makita na nimo siya, mura gid siya basahon nimo genre, but ang proper pronunciation niya is genre. Okay, the first one is action. So example ani nga action movie is John Wick, or in our locality we have Ang Probinsyano, di ba? Another is animation. So, Aladdin is the best example. In our locality, we have Dragon Balls, Naruto, Sakura, and a lot more. Next is crime. So, example on this is The Old Man and the Gun. So, we have also a very common crime movie, no, like Esther, or kato bitong, have you familiar or nakakita mo dong sa Facebook bitaw nga katong gipatay niya ang bali gi-adapt siya, tapos gipatay niya ang gipatay niya ang iyahang igsuon bali, no, o kay igsuon niya kay gi-adapt man siya, so gipatay niya. So ang original ang gipatay. So moto siya na kuan man to siya sa kanang na viral to sa Facebook. Okay, next is drama. So example ng drama is My Ex and Wise, Anak, no, ang atong local ani. Then Documentary, so modern days, example aning documentary, modern days miracles. So we have also Jose Rizal, General Juan Luna, then katong Goyo nga movie. Another genre is experimental. So best example on this is Oro Plata Mata, or we have in our locality Himala. Another example is fantasy. So fantasy, so daghan kayo no. So example ani is Avatar. So I'm sure familiar pod mo ani. So ato ang locality pod ani is Encantadia, Mulawin, Once Upon a Times, Darna, Lastic Man, o Volta. Another genre is horror. So example aning horror is The Nun, or in our locality, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Next is musical. So ang movie is kanang more on musical siya ba, no? So high school, example is High School Musical. So familiar man ni siya ninyo siguro. Glee, Pitch Perfect sad. Oh, nice po to siya, Pitch Perfect. Then another genre is romance. So kabalo ko daghan kayo samot na sa mga teenager, no? Sus, Ginoo ko, magpila gyud ayon dito sa mall ay basta mga mugawas na gali mga kuan, House of Us, like atong Catherine Bernardo og kang Daniel Padilla. Oh, dayon Alone Together, then Very Special Love katong kang Sarah Geronimo. Next genre is tragedy. So tragedy, example ani nga movie is Titanic, sa Death of a Girlfriend. So mani siya mga example aning tragedy. Next is genre is war, like Avengers. No, familiar man siguro gid mo anang Avengers. Helen of Troy. No? So kana sila mga example sa war nga movie. Next is Western. So example ani niya is The Magnificent Seven. Then another example is The Extraction. Dayon katong Taken nga series movie bitaw kato siya. So those are the following genre of a movie. So again, what are those genre? Action, animation, crime, drama, documentary, experimental, fantasy, horror, musical, romance, tragedy, war, western. So again, those are the genre of a movie. So from now on, we will test what you learned this morning. So we have the exercises. So exercises A, identify the genre of the following movie titles. Choose your answer from the above. So in your last, so choose your answer in the above. So in your last ni siya ha, i-check ninyo dito sa inyong last. So what type of genre or what genre of a movie? So number 1, The Chronicles of Narnia. Number 2, Feng Shui. Number 3, The Fast and the Furious. Number 4, The Miracle in Cell number 11. Again, The Miracle in Cell number 7. So, and number 5, Now That I Have You. Okay, for our exercises B, identify the genre of the following descriptions. So again, refer to what we discussed this morning. So number 1, blank is about rest and danger. Number 2 refers to circumstances with unrealistic set of natural laws and fictional universe. Again, refers to circumstances with unrealistic set of natural laws and fictional universe. Number 3 originate as a stage plays but made their way into television. It incorporates actress or actors who sing and dance. Again, originates as stage plays but made their way into television. It incorporates actress or actors who sing and dance. Number 4 blank includes any other observable science like space, biology, energy, and time. Number 4 blank includes any other observable science like space, biology, energy, and time. Number 5 blank concerned with the criminal justice system but not so on legislative matters and legal actions. Number 5 concerned with the criminal justice system but not so on legislative matters and legal actions. Okay, so that's all for this morning. So next, Mama.
Okay, thank you, Mama Moore. Again, good day to all our ALS learners. Welcome to our new learning episodes in Learning Strand 1 English Communication Skills. Inyo no sab makatunan karon ang leksyon sa Learning Activity Sheet or last number 28. Before we start, palihog og andam sa inyong kagamitan sama sa ballpen, notebook, or papel para sa inyong mga activities. Og paklian na usab ang inyong LS sa number 28 sa LS1 English Communication Skills. So, andam na ba mo? Alright, let's all now learn together. Karon, atong ilisgutan ang kabahin sa common abbreviations. And at the end of our lesson, you are able to interpret common abbreviations, clip words, acronyms, and contraction of words. Now, let's begin our discussion. So, handa na ba kayo? So, we will discuss now the different types of common abbreviations and their meaning. So, what is an abbreviation? Abbreviation could be a short form of a word or phrase. If a word begins with a capital letter, the abbreviation must also begin with a capital letter and ends with a period. So, if ang mag-abbreviate daw ta og word nga nag-start sa big or capital letter, dapat pod nga mag-start pod sa capital letter ang gi-abbreviate nga word. And then, pag human og abbreviate, butangan dayon og period sa katapusan. So, ingon-an ang pag-abbreviate sa word. So, for example, ang number 1 nga example is the word association. Association. So, it becomes, so what is the abbreviation of the word association? So, it becomes ASO. Then, sa last, butangan dayon siya og period. So, dili jud kalimtan nato ang period sa katapusan. So, the next example is the word corporation. So, what is the abbreviation of the word corporation? So, it becomes corp. And then, butangan dayon siya og period. The last example is the word boulevard. The abbreviation of the word boulevard is B, L, V, and D. Then, butangan din sa katapusan og period. So, those are some of the examples of abbreviations of words. The next one is clip words. So, what is a clip words? So, clip words, these are shortened forms of actual words to form new words. This can be from the beginning, middle, and end of the word. So, ang clip words, pinamubo gihapon ni siya sa usa ka pulong or usa ka words. Pwede ni siyang makita sa unahan, pwede usab sa tunga-tunga, o pwede pod sa ulahi sa words. So for example, sa clip words nga niya sa unahan, number 1 is memorandum. So the clip words of the word memorandum is memo. Number 2, examination. So ang iyahang clip words ani is exam. Then number 3, another example is gymnasium. So ang clip words ani niya is alright, gym. Then the last example is photograph. So ang clip words ani niya is photo. So mao kadto ang example sa clip words nga niya sa unahan. So dinhi na pud kita sa mga clip words nga makita nato sa tunga-tunga sa words. So number 1 is influenza. So ang clip words ana niya is flow. Then the next example is refrigerator. So what is the clip word of the word refrigerator? So the answer is fridge. Then the next example is detective. So unsa kaha ang clip word sa detective? Alright, it is tech. So, and for the example of clip words nga niya sa and or sa ulahi are number 1 is telephone. So the clip word of the word telephone is phone. Next, another example is airplane. So unsa kaha ang clip word sa airplane? So the answer is plane. Alright, very good kaya akong mga kauban. So those are all about the clip words. The next one is the acronym. Acronym is made from the first letters of a set of words to make a new word. These are usually written with capital letters and without period. So kagasagaraan sa mga acronyms are written in capital letters. So dagko jud nga mga letter ang gamiton if mag-acronym og mga words. Then dapat walay makita o walay ibutang nga mga period. So ang example ani Department of Health. So sa may acronym sa Department of Health, so kabalo na gyud ta ani DOH. Then wala joy period ang ibutang. Next is alternative learning system. So syempre ang ato ang acronym ani is ALS. Another example is pay-per-view. So the acronym ani niya is PPV. So that is all about the acronym. Now let's go to the contraction. Contraction is a shortened of two words. So duha na siya ka words nga gishorten, gipamubo. So an apostrophe is used in place of the missing letter. So gigamitan siya og apostrophe sa mga nawala nga mga letter. So ang example ani niya is number 1, ang duha ka words is I have. So ang contraction niya mahimo na siyang I've, kay I tapos apostrophe then VE. Another example is not. So mahimo na siyang isn't. So ISN apostrophe tapos T, isn't. So next, another example is we will. So mahimo siyang well. So another, we are. So unsa ka ang construction sa we are? So mahimo siyang were. So we apostrophe then RE, were. Next, last example is she has. So unsa ka ang construction sa word nga she has? So mahimo siyang she's. She apostrophe then S. So mao kadto ang kabahin sa mga common abbreviations. Hinaot, aduna kamoy bagong nakatunan sa atong discussion karon. Og para sa inyong exercises, palihog og lantaw sa ubos nga bahin sa inyong learning activity sheets. For item 1 to 3, direction, find the abbreviation in this process. Write what each abbreviation stands for. So again, the direction for item 1 to 3, find the abbreviation in this process. Write what each abbreviation stands for. Number 1, Dr. Anna Cruz. Number 1, Dr. Anna Cruz. Number 2, Monday, September 15. Number 2, Monday, September 15. Number 3, Capistrano Street. Number 3, Capistrano Street. For item number 4 to number 6 is the direction is change the underlined words to make a clip word. Again, the direction for item 4 to 6, change the underlined words to make a clip words. Number 4, Sharon have a new motorbike. The underlined word is motorbike. The underlined word is motorbike. Number 5, my mother bought my favorite hamburger from Jollibee. My mother bought my favorite hamburger from Jollibee. So the underlined word is hamburger. Again, the underlined word is hamburger. Number 6, I will buy a kilogram of mangoes. The underlined word is kilogram. Again, the underlined word is kilogram. Then for item 7 to 10, the direction is write the full form of the following shortened words. Again, write the full form of the following shortened words. Number 7, DepEd. Number 7, DepEd. Number 8, ML. Again, number 8, ML. Number 9, your. Number 9, your. And the last, number 10, I'm. Again, number 10, I'm. Kung mahuman na kamo, palihog og pasa ni ini sa adlaw nga nasabutan sa pagpasa sa inyong maestra. O karon ato na usab paminawon ang laing discussion nga ihatag ni Ma'am Charity Me. Ma'am Cha?
Alright, thank you, Ma'am Marnie. Now, let's move on to the next topic in Learning Activity Sheet number 30. It's all about verbal and nonverbal communication and use appropriate verbal and nonverbal when developing, maintaining, and ending cues, conversations, dialogue, speech, and interviews. So listen carefully and prepare your ballpen and notebook for the notes and also your last number 30. There are many ways to communicate with people. The two main ways are verbal and nonverbal communication. So what is verbal communication, by the way? Verbal communication are words used to convey information and meanings to others. It can be both spoken and written that either needs a speaker or a writer to relay a message to a listener or a reader so that words can be understood. So, verbal communication, ito ay uri ng komunikasyon kung saan ang impormasyon ay naibabahagi o naihahatid sa pamamagitan ng mga salita o maaaring pasulat o pasalita. For example of written communication or pasulat are letters, texting, emails, and books. For example of oral communication or pasalita are face-to-face conversations, speech, host on radio, or interviews. Now, in nonverbal communication is without the use of spoken language. Kung sa verbal communication ay gumagamit tayo ng pasulat o pasalita, sa nonverbal communication naman ay hindi. Nonverbal communication is a way to communicate communication using your body language through gestures o mga kilos, facial expressions, mga ekspresyon ng mukha. So, magitan ng mga sa facial expressions, makikita natin kung ang isang tao ay galit or masaya. Using hands or feet o gamit ang mga kumpas ng kamay at ang ating paa. Eye contact, posture, and other ways of communicating without using words or language. So, verbal communication, ito ay uri ng komunikasyon kung saan ang impormasyon ay naibabahagi o naihahatid sa pamagitan ng kilos or galaw. Some example of nonverbal communications, it includes nodding one's head in agreement. O diba, tumatango-tango tayo kapag sumasang-ayon. Rolling eyes in disagreement. O kapag hindi tayo maayon, diba, umiikot yung ating mga mata. Then, waving of hands. So, instead of maingon ta o goodbye, so mo i-wave lang nato atong kamot, nag-indicate siya nag-goodbye ba ta or nag-hello. Finger tapping, handshakes, hugs, smiles, and also sign language. So, verbal communication use words to convey information or message, while non-verbal communication use body gestures or sign language. Now, let's move on to our exercises in your learning activity sheets below. Ready? Directions. Letter A. Use verbal and nonverbal communications to respond to different situations. Directions in letter A. Use verbal and nonverbal communication to respond to different situations. Write your answer in the space provided below. Number 1. The deadline for the output of the day is just a minute away. You are in a hurry to finish it, but you have your seatmate who really loves sharing her stories. Try to get your attention by asking you many questions and wanting to get your opinion about her stories. How would you tell her that you are no longer interested in what she has to say because you are in a hurry to finish your output? Number 2. You have given the assignment to interview the SK chair of your barangay to ask about her or his plan for the youth. How would you approach her and him? Directions in letter B. Write true if the statement is showing appropriate verbal and nonverbal communication, and write false if the statement is appropriate to the given situation. Directions in letter B. Write true if the statement is showing appropriate verbal and nonverbal communication, and write false if the statement is inappropriate to the given situations. In number 3. A speaker has the responsibility to make sure they are using appropriate volume in giving speech. Number 3. A speaker has responsibility to make sure they are using appropriate volume in giving speech. Number 4. Eye contact in our Filipino culture is not important to maintain an effective communication. Eye contact in our Filipino culture is not important to maintain an effective communication. Number 5. Most people respond to what they hear. Number 5. Most people respond to what they hear. Alright, that's all for today. When you are done answering, don't forget to keep your learning activity sheets and submit it in your teacher on the scheduled day of submission. O dugang pahibalo sab dinis Alternative Learning System or ALS. Every day is enrollment day. Nagpasabot nga nagadawat kami og mga mo-enroll bisan og naa na kita tunga-tunga sa school year. Og reminders usab sa atong mga learners to compile your output para ready na kita sa atong portfolio presentation pohon.
ug atong dakong pasalamat ug shoutout sa atong mga madasigon nga mga ALS learners. We would like to thank you for the courage and determination that you have sa pagpadayon sa pag-eskwela, as well as shoutout sa atong mga kauban sa buhat, nga ALS Implementors dinhi sa Division of Lanao del Norte ug sa tanan nga maabot ani nga programa kudos sa pagdasig ug padayon nga nag-encourage sa ALS learners. Daghan kaayong salamat kaninyong tanan. Ug mao kato ang atong mga leksyon karon, nang hinaot kami nga daghan og nadungagan ang inyong kaalam kabahin sa LS1 English Communication Skills.
Yes, ug sa makausap pa kami malipay nga daghan ang mo-grab sa opportunity sa pagtiwas sa eskwela sa Alternative Learning System or ALS isip kini libre nga inisyatibo sa atong Department of Education to reach the least, the lost, and the last in our province. So, dili pa ulahi ang tanan, enroll na sa ALS dahil sa ALS may pag-asa.
Before nato malimtan ang among dakong pasalamat sa atong DepEd partner, no other than DXGC 101.3 Grace Covenant FM. So, our Municipal Administrator, Engineer Joselito E. Miquiabas, together with the Station Manager, Erlinda G. Nangkas, og mga kauban, ug sa atong ever-supportive Municipal Honorable Mayor Judith V. Miquiabas, again, Municipal Mayor Honorable Judith V. Miquiabas, our Vice Mayor Honorable Alphonse Johnson Marcira and the board, our stakeholders and the parents and family of our ALS learners for the undying support and the educational development of our learners. Daghan kayong salamat sa atong mga learners nga nag-follow po dinhi sa atong radyo karon, no, nga nagpaminaw dinha. Og ako po ning i-grab nga opportunity nga magpasalamat og dako sa nadawat namo nga supplies para sa ato ang mga learners, no, gikan sa ato ang LGU. Daghan kayong salamat.
Salamat kayo. Labi ka admin. Yeah. So, ALS is not a second-class education but a second-chance education. Walay babag sa tawong nga adunay pangandoy. To better days ahead. Good day and God bless. Keep safe everyone. Padayon, pagsidlak, bacolod.